John Sanchez. I want to talk to you a little bit more about social distancing. We've talked about this in previous videos. I want to just give you a little bit more from some of the research that I've done about how you can mitigate the effects of social distancing. And this has to do with processes. So think about when you're talking with anyone in any medium of communication, regardless of what it is, there's always a potential for miscommunication. There's always the potential that I could do or say something that might rub the other person the wrong way. When we are working remotely and we're not face to face, the chances for that happening go up. There are just more things that are getting in the way. So one of the things that you could do is, in all of your communication, provide some feedback on routine interactions to all the people in your team to let them know if they're communicating effectively or not. Just as one example, I do a lot of work where I'm working on spreadsheets, and I might have my head buried in that spreadsheet, and if somebody sends me an email, I'm not going to look at it until there's a break in my work. I just don't check every email as soon as it comes in. Some people feel offended, or they take it personally if you don't respond to their email immediately, or whatever their perception of quickly is, or quick enough, right? So giving people feedback continuously to let them know if they're communicating effectively is important. If they're doing something inadvertent that is not effective, they need to know about it, or they may just keep repeating it. So you could be that person that gives them that feedback to let them know, hey, I just want to check in with you. I saw that email you sent me yesterday, and I didn't get to it till about 4:30 in the afternoon. I saw you sent it around 9:30 in the morning. I just wanted to make sure that it didn't cause you a problem that I didn't get back to you, because I was working on a big project. Just a simple example, but just think about that. There are a lot of different ways you could do it. Another thing that you could do, especially if you're in a leadership position, or even if you're just running meetings, is at the beginning of every interaction, especially formal interactions, build in some time in your agenda, in your schedule, for some unstructured time at the beginning of the meeting. You remember when we had meetings face to face in the office, and people would kind of trickle in? Some people would come in early, and then the people who were there early might chit chat with each other. They might talk about the football game that was on last night, or some new drink that they got at Starbucks that was just awesome, or the book that they're reading. These are all just little small interactions that we take for granted, but those little informal interactions build relationships. Those are the things that make people know and like and trust the people that they're working with. And people are not going to work hard and not be their most effective if they don't know you, like you, and trust you. If you ever talk to any sales training person, they will tell you those are the 3 things someone needs if they're going to buy something from you. They need to know you, like you, and trust you. And you might say, well, I'm not a salesman, I'm not selling anything. Bull crap. You're selling something all day long. You're selling ideas. If you're trying to get someone to do something, or trying to convince someone of a particular position on something, you're selling them. And you may not think that you do that very often, but I think if you look through the conversations in a typical day, you're selling ideas to someone and building that rapport with that unstructured time so people could just get to know each other informally and kind of keep those bonds together. That's important. So just build a little bit of that time into your meetings. Also, I would strongly recommend that you build a culture that allows for disagreement. I think the ability to agree without becoming disagreeable is a lost art, and it really is an art to some people. Some people do it naturally, they're just great at it. Some people are just naturally combative. If you set up meetings with the framework of, we're going to brainstorm, we're going to talk about and think about some ideas to maybe get this project started or to solve a problem, or whatever that meeting's about, set it up as a brainstorming session that kind of takes the pressure off, so people could feel a little bit more comfortable disagreeing and sharing some thought that's different from what somebody else said. That's all for now. See you next time.